All right, today we are continuing our short card review, kind of whatever series. We're still on Thor's hero pack, so we're going to be going through some of the cards. One is a promo card. Let me rephrase that. It's a regular card, but there came a promo version of it that I never understood, but whatever. It's quite an interesting card. I don't think it ever makes sense to use, but that's just me. And another one is a card that I actually use a fair amount and I really like using. Now, before we drop down and check out those cards, do me a huge favor, hit the like button, hit subscribe. All that stuff really helps out. We've blown past 5,000 subscribers. We're on our way to 6K, the road to 10K. Let's go. So hopefully we'll get there sooner rather than later. Do some cool videos along the way. But thank you everyone that supported this channel. It truly means a lot. So let's go check out some cards. All right, so the first one to go over is Get Over Here. It's a 0 cost event. It's a hero action attack. Deal 1 damage to a minion. If you have an aerial trait, engage that enemy. I guess we'll start with solo. There is no situation I can really, well, there's one situation, but there's generally speaking no situation I would ever put this card in my deck, let alone play the card. The one argument I've seen made for it that kind of makes sense is that if you need to clear out a stun on your hero, you could throw away this card to clear the stun, right? Essentially, because it is an attack card. So it would clear the stun. This way you don't have to exhaust. You don't have to play something else, right? Like you could just throw this away, go back to doing your normal thing. That's the only argument I would ever hear for solo, and I would never build around it to do that. Like the odds of being stunned and happening to draw this card, like it's just, it doesn't work out, in my opinion. Now, even in a 2-player game, I would not really use this card because I would just, as an aggression hero, just do enough damage to take out the other person's minion, right? I wouldn't have to engage it, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, especially since it's trait locked behind the, if you have the aerial trait, right, engage the enemy, and dealing 1 damage is kind of whatever. So I have to be an aerial hero for this to actually make sense and really work the way it's supposed to. So it just got so many limitations, it doesn't make sense. I could see this working in like a 4-player game, right, with a minion that's health scales to the player count. Let's just say it's like the sleeper. I think is 5 life per hero out there. So at 20 life, then yeah, if you don't really want that one hero taking the damage from the sleeper, then you bring it over to your side. I guess that's the one argument for this card. I'm genuinely curious, has anyone actually built around this card? Has anyone done anything with this card? Or is it maybe something you throw in a 4-player deck and just call it a day? Genuinely kind of curious about this because I very rarely, if ever, seen it in the deck for like a Marvel CDB or anything like that. So anyway, curious what your thoughts are about this card. Now, another card from Thor's pack is Mean Swing, which I like a lot. It's a 0 cost event to hero interrupt skill. When your hero makes a basic attack, exhaust a weapon upgrade on your hero. Your hero gets +3 for that attack. I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards. And the reason being is because you could have things like Gamora Sword, right? So it's 3 cost upgrade. After you play an attack event, deal 1 damage to your enemy. The big thing is this card does not have to exhaust to do its thing, right? It's not after you play an attack event, exhaust this card, deal 1 damage to the enemy. So you could still activate this card like normal, but you could throw in a Mean Swing and exhaust Gamora's Sword. Even though it's not a normal exhausting card, it doesn't matter. So I think that makes Mean Swing like really valuable, like crazy valuable. Because again, you could do Mean Swing first, exhaust Gamora's Sword, and all the attack events you play afterward, like still deal damage. Or you could do it the other way around. It doesn't really matter. So any hero that has a weapon like this, I will throw it. Now, if their weapon has to exhaust to do its thing, to me, it's not as worth it. Now, also with aggression, a lot of times if I'm running Mean Swing, I will run Yarnborn. It is a restricted card. After your hero, I'm sorry, it's a 1 cost upgrade. After your hero attacks an enemy, spend a strength resource, deal 2 damage to enemy. That's cool. It's a good card. I like it a lot. The big thing with this card is that it pairs well with Mean Swing, right? Because again, you can exhaust Yarnborn and just do Mean Swing. And that's like an incredibly powerful combo because you could still do the whole fist resource thing, right? Especially you could do it right after you do the Mean Swing, right? So if you exhaust for a basic attack, you can exhaust Yarnborn, you get +3 for that attack, and then you can spend a fist resource to deal 2 damage to the enemy. That's a really fun little combo they have going on. I really like the way that these cards interact. Now, as always, this isn't a one-way street. Let me know your thoughts about these cards. Do you mess around with Yarnborn, or not Yarnborn, Mean Swing and other weapons a lot? Do you not really kind of do that? And then Get Over Here. Have you used it? Like, I genuinely want to know if like somebody's like used it more than like once as like a throwaway kind of like fun thing to do, or if like they actually like built around it or something. It'd be kind of fascinating now. Before you go, do me a huge favor, head on over to twitch.tv/D20 Woodworking, hit the follow button, turn on notifications. The live streams have been so much fun recently. We play video games, we play board games, we hang out, we play card games. We're getting into some more different card games. I can't tell you what yet, but we're going to be getting into some other things, which should be fun. It's a great time. It's a great experience. Friday nights, we're doing more of 2-player stuff. So that's been really, really cool. But yeah, come on over, come hang out. It's a lot of fun. And I will see you all next time.